I grew up in Naperville. I went through the school system and I've watched the city grow and change over the years. If you're thinking about making a move to Naperville, Illinois, there are a few things that I think you should know before you ever begin looking at homes. Today, I'm talking about the stuff you can't find from a quick Naperville online search, and having made dozens of videos about Naperville covering various topics like cost of living, schools, top neighborhoods, everything in between. Some of the biggest mistakes I see people make is treating Naperville like one big neighborhood when it's definitely not. If you didn't know already, I'm Austin Weiss, a Naperville native and local real estate expert. I help people buy, sell, and invest in homes throughout Naperville and the Chicagoland area. So if that's you, shoot me a message, give me a call, or email me at the info on the screen, because where you live in Naperville can completely change your experience when it comes to your commute, schools, housing, shopping, walkability, and how much house you can actually afford. So today, I want to break down 7 things I think you should understand before deciding where to live in Naperville. Let's get after it. First of all, Naperville is bigger than a lot of people realize. Covering roughly 39 square miles, the city has more than 150,000 residents, 5 public high schools, 140 parks covering nearly 2,500 acres of parkland. So when somebody tells me they want to live in Naperville, my response is usually something along the lines of which area? Because living near downtown Naperville is a completely different experience from living on the South End, not only from the types of housing, but the overall lifestyle, the day-to-day. You can have a Naperville address and still be a 30-minute drive from downtown depending on traffic, which, by the way, is definitely a real thing here. So if you're looking for specifics like access to the train, highway, a particular school, things to do, make sure you understand where those are located and concentrate your home search on the neighborhoods around those specific amenities. Going off of that, Naperville doesn't have one look or one lifestyle. Different areas and neighborhoods will provide various housing styles and things to do. Around downtown and parts of the north and central parts of Naperville, you'll find established neighborhoods with that mature tree character, well lived in homes, and of course, better access to downtown Naperville. Both Naperville Metra stations are located on the north side, along with access to the I-88 tollway and the business corridors along Ogden Avenue and Deal Road. Now, South Naperville, the character changes. A lot of these neighborhoods were farm fields and were just being built out when I was growing up here. Driving through this area, you'll see more planned subdivisions, generally newer housing stock from the 90s and early 2000s, along with easier access to places like 95th Street, the library, Route 59, and the shopping corridors on the south and west sides. I did make a video comparing North and South Naperville, which you can watch right here, so make sure to check that out for further insight. But if you want the convenience of walking to the downtown area, the train, you're looking at a completely different part of Naperville and price point that may stretch the budget for what you actually want in a house. So I help people identify what's important for your day-to-day lifestyle and make sure we concentrate your time on the neighborhoods of Naperville that fit your needs and wants the best. Don't shop for Naperville as a whole, shop for the part of Naperville that fits your lifestyle the best. That brings us to the types of housing. A lot of people come into Naperville expecting everything to be newer when it isn't. But for the most part, Napervillians have pride of ownership and home updates are abundant here. A lot of Naperville's established neighborhoods have beautiful homes in great locations with access to parks, trails, and shopping. But these homes will also have a more traditional floor plan, maybe some dark wood, updated in stages throughout the years, and in some instances, maybe less functionality. While other parts of Naperville have considerably newer housing with more open layouts, high ceilings, the large primary suites, and planned subdivision amenities such as pool clubs directly in the neighborhood. So there's a bit of a trade-off. The majority of affordable newer housing stock might mean you compromise on location, while homes in Central and North End are areas you buy into to change your quality of life more than the extra bedroom ever will. If you want more insight on the specific neighborhoods, make sure to watch my Top Neighborhoods of Naperville video series, which I will link down in the description box below. Now, this is a big one for people with little ones that will be utilizing the #1 school system for a city in the country. You heard that correctly. Naperville is ranked as the #1 city for public schools in America. And having gone through the Naperville school system myself, playing several varsity sports, and participating in numerous activities, I can attest the schools do a fantastic job of engaging our youth population. Now, there are 2 school districts, and they pretty much divide the town into sections between Naperville School District 203 on the east side and Indian Prairie School District 204 on the west side. I did an entire video comparing 203 and 204, which you can watch right here. And these boundaries don't simply follow the Naperville city limits. Several neighborhoods in District 204 are located in Aurora, Bolingbrook, and Plainfield with similar style of homes that offer a slight discount on the purchase price. And the same goes for District 203 with a couple neighborhoods in Lisle, Woodridge, and Bolingbrook. Because these school boundaries matter, definitely verify the school district and schools before purchasing a house. The boundary lines can be a little bit goofy with homes across the street from one another attending different schools. If you have any specific school questions, feel free to reach out, whether it's specialty programs, the athletics, theater, or whatever. I'm here to be your Naperville information resource, making your move as simple as possible. I've said it before, and I will say it again, access to transportation is a form of currency here, and homes near metro stations or within a few miles of the highway entrance will typically appreciate better and attract a lot of attention from future commuter buyers. And being about 30 miles from Chicago with 2 metro stations and access to several highways, Naperville draws people from all over who commute throughout Chicagoland on a daily basis. Now, how convenient those stations are really depends on where you live, because residents in the south end of Naperville will have to routinely battle Route 59 traffic just to access the highway and Route 59 Metra station. I've helped families purchase in neighborhoods such as Tallgrass and White Eagle and other spots in South Naperville who tell me it's about a 20-minute drive each way just to get to the train station. So you'll need to factor in the drive to the station, parking, and of course, the notorious Naperville traffic. This is one of the reasons Naperville stays so popular. There's simply a lot going on here, and downtown Naperville gives you the restaurants, the shops, the Riverwalk, the events, and a true downtown environment. But the amenities aren't just limited to the downtown area. You also have major shopping corridors like Freedom Commons along I-88 and the Naperville Crossing Shopping Center on the south end off of 95th and 59. Dozens of neighborhood parks like the DuPage River Path, sports facilities such as Nike Park and the Frontier Sports Complex, 3 different libraries, and recreation for all ages spread throughout the city. Not to mention, there is an abundance of golf here between the country clubs and 2 public courses run by the Naperville Park District, Springbrook and Naperbrook. I bring this up because Naperville functions like a city, so no matter where you live, you don't necessarily need to drive downtown every time you want dinner, groceries, or something to do. Being 5 minutes from the downtown area sounds great until you deal with all the noise, the congestion, the small yards, and events that reroute your way home every time there's something going on. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about cost. And to be blunt, Naperville isn't cheap. Desirable neighborhoods are competitive, property taxes are part of the cost equation, and people who aren't from the area are often surprised by what homes are going for here in tremendous locations compared to a newer home on the outskirts of town. That's why it's extremely important to be prepared up front, not only from a moving plan, but from a pre-approval standpoint with a lender before ever stepping foot in a house, people. And as much as I've covered this in my videos with all the reasons why, I just had a family pop into town that I had been talking with for over 6 months. They didn't know which area of town they wanted to be in, didn't know which school district, demanded to see homes, and they were not pre-approved. And I wish them all the best of luck with that strategy trying to find a house. Now, location is everything in real estate, and most people will pay a premium to be near the action. For some people, the combination of schools, parks, downtown, metro access, restaurants, and long-term housing demand makes the premium worthwhile. For other people, it doesn't matter. Naperville is a fantastic place to live, but paying more just to live in Naperville and say you live there doesn't make sense if another community fits your lifestyle better. And I've had plenty of people contact me who thought Naperville was their forever community, only to quickly realize they could get way more home for their money with virtually the same amenities in a nearby community. So if you want help figuring out all this from someone who is actually from the community and actually sells homes here, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. We will set up a video call to discuss your moving plan. I'll provide insight on which areas you should concentrate your time based on your lifestyle needs so you can make the best decision for yourself and your family. And if you're from Naperville watching this, what's something you think someone should know? But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.